the moment of truth has come. I've got bad decision here. Loaded onto the dyno, and I'm going to give it its first real drive. Up until now, all it has done is putter around the shop or out in the yard for a quick brake check, just off idle kind of stuff. First gear, reverse, that's about it. So we're going to give it a good little workout. Check whether this transmission is okay. Check what the engine sounds like and runs like when it gets a little off idle, and hopefully we'll get a dyno pass on it as well. This is a real legitimate first drive. You are going to see it same as me. I've never driven the car, like I said, except putter around the yard or shop, checking the brakes and shuffling the car. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully we don't have a disaster. Hopefully everything's good. Let's find out. Well, there you have it. This car survived a dyno. Everything worked. The transmission shifted cleanly. It didn't pop out of gear, not out of second, not out of third, not out of fourth. I drove it through all 5 gears. I already know reverse works. I've been back and forth in the shop. In fact, I backed it onto the hoist here. So that's good. That makes me feel a lot better about the transmission, because you just never know with these T5s. They can be burned up. They can have bent shift fork, and then you put them in third and they pop out when you drive them. It completed a full dyno pass, high enough for the combo, and it made the correct amount of power, really. At the wheels here, it made 181. On this dyno, that equates to around 240 flywheel, SAE net flywheel, like a manufacturer would rate them. The car was rated 225 originally. It's got the benefit of an off-road exhaust and no air filter today, and no smog pump and no air conditioner. So it's got a few little bonuses. The engine was a question mark because, you know, it's a painted block and who the heck knows what it is, but I'm guessing that not much has been done to the engine. It might be an overbore, like it might be a 306 or something, and that would give you just a tiny bit more because you get just a tiny bit more displacement. But in any event, it made the right amount of power. And you know, when I compression tested this engine while it was still hanging on the hook before I ever put it in the car, it passed that with flying colors. The compression tests had something like a 1 PSI difference between all 8 cylinders, so that's really good. I still don't know what the engine's out of, but it works fine. It makes the advertised power, and the engine, transmission, clutch setup is likely to be a good little combination for somebody who's, you know, building up a car, doing a 6-cylinder swap or whatever, and just wants some stock stuff. So I think we've increased the value of these parts substantially today with a clean dyno test and a clean drive test. I'll put up a playlist for Project Bad Decision on the screen so you can look at the whole thing in case you haven't. YouTube's going to suggest a video from my channel that you might like. And if you enjoy the channel, please come back, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It does help out. See you next time.